I love the German language, but I've got a few questions about it. Hey everyone, I'm Dana and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. I've been speaking German for about 7 years now, and maybe it's because I find the German language so fascinating, or languages in general fascinating, but over the last few years, a few questions have come into my mind, and I'm hoping that maybe you can help answer them or just get a kick out of seeing the German language from my way of thinking. In English, the flimsy little paper that you get from the store is called a receipt. In Germany, I've heard this thing referred to as all of the following: die Quittung, der Zettel, der Kassenzettel, der Kassenbon, der Bon, der Kundenbeleg, and der Beleg. Do all of these things really mean the same thing? If so, that's amazing. If not, what nuance of difference is there here among these words? And are there any other words for this thing? Honey, I've got news! In German, I've heard this as Ich habe Nachrichten and Ich habe Neuigkeiten. And when I look these words up in a German-English dictionary, they both come back to news. So apparently they both mean the same thing in this case, or don't they? Is there a difference here in this context between Ich habe Nachrichten and Ich habe Neuigkeiten? In English, we have shampoo and conditioner. First step, you clean your hair with shampoo, and then you smooth your hair with conditioner. So, when I came to Germany and went to the store to buy shampoo, my eyes first landed on the bottle labeled Spülung. To my brain, that was just learning German, I thought, okay, Spülung, okay, that's like Geschirrspülmaschine, which is the German word for dishwasher, or like Spülmittel, dish soap. Therefore, I decided Spülung must be the German word for shampoo, right? But then I turned my head a little bit and saw another bottle actually labeled shampoo. Huh? What's going on? It made so much sense to me that Spülung, because it had the word Spül in it, like Spülmittel, must be the product for the first step, the cleaning of the hair step, that I just thought the company must have printed bottles of shampoo in both English and German for some reason. I don't know, tourists maybe. But then I found out later that no, shampoo is the German word for shampoo, and Spülung is the German word for conditioner. But I don't know why. Any ideas? Okay, I know that in German, Eis usually means this, ice cream. Ich hätte gerne ein Eis. I would like some ice cream. And this kind of ice is often specified as Eiswürfel, ice cubes. But let's say that someone said to you, Ich hätte gerne ein Wasser mit Eis. Would your brain, at least for a split second, think that this person wants a water with ice cream in it? Or would you immediately know that they want a water with ice cubes? What are your thoughts on English words being Germanized and used in German, like gecancelled and gedownloaded? Warum, weshalb, and wieso all mean why, right? Is there any difference in meaning or use between the three words? In German, you have die, der, and das for the. A word can be either feminine, masculine, or neutral, and each noun is assigned a gender. You can look the word up in a dictionary to find out which gender it is, but from what I've seen, native German speakers, for the most part, for most nouns, just sort of know the gender by heart. They don't usually seem like they have to think about it. They often just seem to know which gender to say by what feels right. And that I totally get. But sometimes I've heard Germans suddenly use an English noun in the middle of their otherwise German sentence. So they're speaking German and then suddenly they just decide to throw an English noun into the mix. Then which article, die, der, or das, do you go with for the English noun? And how do you make that decision? Do you go with whichever article the noun has in German? So if, for example, you would use table in English, would you go for der Table because in German it's der Tisch? Or is it more from the sound of the English word? Or maybe do all English words just automatically get das in German? Which would you go for and why? How would you make that decision? So my question for you is, what are your answers to these questions? And what do you make of them? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And also a huge thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon who help make these videos possible. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to check out our page on Patreon, you can find a link to that down in the description box below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Oh, it's not Eiswürfeln?
No.
It's Eiswürfel. Oh.
Eiswürfel.
When I look these German words, when I look these words up in a German-English dictionary. Der Kassenbeleg, nein, Kundenbeleg. This one says Kundenbeleg. I love the German language. No? I've got news!